Taj Lamr looked out across the void of space toward a fading point of yellow light. Far in the distance it glowed, and every second moved it many more miles farther from him. They had lost their struggle for life and a new sun, he had thought when he turned back, defeated, from that distant sun. But time had brought new hope. They had lost many men in that struggle, and their dwindling resources had been strained to the limit, but now there was hope, for a new spirit had been born in their race. They had fought and lost, but they had gained a spirit of adventure that had been dormant for millions of years. Below him, in the great dim mass that was their city, he knew that many laboratories were in the full swing of active work. Knowledge and its application were being discovered and rediscovered. New uses were being found for old things, and their daily life was changing. It was again a race awake, rejuvenated by a change. As the great sea of yellow fire that was that strange sun had faded behind their fleeing ships, leaving their dead planet still circling a dead sun, he had thought their last chance was gone forever. But hope had reawakened, with the birth of new ideas, new ways of doing things. Tordosgar had been right. They had lost, but in the losing, they had won. Taj Lamr shifted his gaze to a blazing point of light, where a titanic sea of flame was burning with a brilliance and power that, despite the greater distance, made the remote yellow sun seem pale and dim. The blue-white glow told of a monster star, a star far brighter than the one they had just left. It had become the brightest star in their heavens. On their ancient star charts it was listed as a red giant, named Tonsil 239e, which meant it was of the fifth magnitude and very distant. But in the long ages that had passed since it was classified, it had become a mighty sun, a star in its prime. How were they to reach it? It was 8½ light-years away. Their search for the force that would swing a world from its orbit had at last been successful. The knowledge had come too late to aid them in their fight for the yellow sun, but they might yet use it. They might even tear their planets from their orbits, and drive them as free bodies across the void. It would take ages to make the trip, but long ages had already passed as their dark planet swung through the void. What difference would it make if they were or were not accompanied by a dead star? True, the star that was now their goal was a double star. Their planets could not find orbits about it, but they might remedy that. They could tear one star free and hurl it into space, making the remaining suns suitable for their use. But they would escape this dead sun.